So you've just heard the news that Trump is now fully banning anime within the United States. And no, I'm not just talking about Yuri or Yaoi. Now, before you get caught up in the hysteria, if Trump's policies are actually implemented, they will definitely restrict foreign films like anime from entering the United States, but it's not exactly the full-blown ban that everyone on this app is trying to tell you right now. You see, in May 2025, which we all should remember, Trump proposed a 100% tariffs on all films produced in foreign lands. And of course, at the time, this also raised concerns of how this will affect anime imports. But this is about taxing, not about a full-on ban. You see, the tariff plan remains undeveloped and ambiguous, with no real enforcement plan from blocking anime from being watched or distributed within the United States. So right now we're seeing all these videos on our timeline mischaracterize this movie tariff proposal as a full-on ban on anime. And listen, I do not blame you guys because he should not be coming from anime anyway. Trump needs to mind his business. But calling it a full-on anime ban is just inaccurate. You know, at best, there are some commentators and reporters that are deeming these foreign films as potential national security threats. But realistically, these are just over-exaggerations of the foreign film tariff plan. So is there actually going to be a national ban on anime within the United States of America? Not likely, if I'm being completely honest. But this 100% tariff ban is 100% going to affect the flow of anime imports within the United States and how it's going to be distributed at the very least. Great.
They trying to ban anime in the US. Nah, y'all gonna have to get through me first. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm at the point where genuinely I feel like there are too many things in this world going on for y'all to be worried about banning anime, bro. And it's like, even if y'all try to, y'all are never fully gonna ban anime. There are niggas in this world who know how to watch anime off a PSP. Matter of fact, the Game Boy. Nigga, ban anime and I'm watching that shit on the hub. I don't give a fuck.
Goku! Goku!
But now, on some real shit though, I feel like if anime were to get banned, bro, the amount of anime fans in the US, bro, I feel like there's gonna be a fucking rebellion, bro. All the little anime kids from elementary, middle school, and high school, bro, they're all gonna meet up together and form up a big ass alliance. Gonna be protesting in every single city. It's gonna be mayhem, bro. We finna have the furries unite, the femboys, the weird anime kids, everybody, bro. Matter of fact, I don't discriminate, bro. If you know anybody, bro, share this video to them, bro. Let them be aware. The only way to stop Goku is from eliminating him from all our fucking devices. That's fucking pathetic. Hey man, y'all could really try to ban anime, bro. I don't give a fuck, but it's gonna be hell for you for the rest of fucking time. I may just have to pull out the Death Note once again. No, like, just seriously, bro. Like, just imagine being a whole bunch of grown men and women meeting up in an office discussing the ban of 2D cartoons, bro. Like, there has to be a point where, like, you just start talking and you start listening to reasons on why you want to ban this shit, and you just hear your voice and you're like, damn, I sound stupid. Damn, it's not that serious. We got bigger things to focus on. Why the fuck we focusing on 2D cartoons? But nah, trust me, guys. We safe, bro. We safe. We all got VPNs on our phones. We all got ways of watching anime no matter what. This is not really gonna change shit, even if they do, bro. There's a lot of things that are banned in the US that we still do, bro. Like, come on. Don't even trip, bro.
What's going on, dudes? It's your boy and the Matrix. I'm back with another video. So, America, America, America. God bless America. Wait, hold on. Is God still blessing America? Jeez, who the heck knows? But one thing is for sure. One thing is for dang sure, bro. America got beef with anime. It's very strange, but America has some type of beef with anime, you know. So one of the most recent things that has happened is that, for example, Texas is trying to ban, and Texas is trying to ban Dragon Ball if they haven't already. Texas got beef with anime, right? Texas tried to ban Dragon Ball and some other anime. And it's not just America, but other Western countries too. Like, there was an otaku guy. There was a nerdy dude from, I think it was Ireland. Yeah, from Ireland, I believe it was, or Scotland. One of those two. He was traveling to Comic-Con, and it just so happened that he had I guess he had like a manga booklet or something, and they accused him of having, let's say, child abuse images of anime. You know very well that it was probably a manga, like My Dress Up Darling or something like that. You know very well that it was, you know, he probably had a manga on him. He probably had, you know, something like that. But nobody's gonna go on a freaking airport and bring their CP stuff in public. Okay, nobody's that stupid. Anime fans are not that stupid. You know what I mean? Let's say even if the kid was, you know, that type of person, right? There's also been there's been an attack on anime since the pandemic, since like 2020, right? I remember Amazon banning anime toys. Anything that looks like a sexy anime girl, boom, get it off the store. Steam has banned anime style games. Well, recently one of the things that happened is that Steam had removed a whole bunch of anime style games from the library. And again, it's all anime. It's always anime, right? And we've seen in the past few years where like the news, they always find a reason to blame it on anime. So not only does the news, it's like Fox News, they like to blame things on video games, right? Like, oh, it's because of video games where we have so much child violence or teen violence. But now it's anime. Yeah. Listen, I know that we have more important things in this country, in the world, than to be targeting anime. And this is how I know that what they're doing is intentional and is absolute bullshit. And it's just so that they can say, hey, look, we're doing something as politicians. Right? We're doing something as politicians. You see, one of the reasons why America is attacking anime, why America is attacking anime, is because America is no longer an animation powerhouse. You got to remember that for the longest time, Walt Disney, who pioneered a lot of our animation techniques, right? He made animation popular here in America, and then came Chuck Jones, and then came Tex Avery, and then came a whole bunch of other animators, right? Whole bunch of animators. The guy from the Looney Tunes, and just a whole bunch of animators, Tom and Jerry, right? America was the powerhouse for the longest time, the powerhouse of animation. We got He-Man, we got a whole bunch of animation, Scooby-Doo, but now it's dead. The animation is dead, and now Japan has taken over, right? So now it's funny because they're trying to ban anime in America, in certain anime in America. But at the same time, companies like BlackRock is trying to take over Japan. Companies like BlackRock is trying to take over Japan. I mean, think about it. Just think about it. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how BlackRock is investing into Japan for the purpose of, having some control in anime? And we've seen projects like Star Wars Visions, where the Disney team, the Disney Star Wars team, teamed up with an animation studio in Japan to create Star Wars anime. Right? We saw the Lord of the Rings, the most recent Lord of the Rings movie is anime. Kind of strange, don't you think? So it's like they want it, but they hate it. They want it, but they hate it. It's one of those. It's this thing that we have been seeing for the last more than 5 years. It's like they hate the audience, but they want to control the media, right? They want to control the form of entertainment. It's very, very, very strange, right? And I think one of the reasons why Hollywood believes in these business people, these elites believe that they can control anime, is because for the longest time Japan always kind of bends over to America. I'm not trying to be negative here, but no, Japan is very homogenous, right? Japan is homogenous. They keep to themselves. Their culture remains pure. But when it comes to business, when it comes to making money, when it comes to like doing business and all these things, when it comes to politics, Japan usually bends over to America. Whatever America tells Japan, it's like, you gotta do this, they will do it. They will do it. And that's why, you got BlackRock and Vanguard investing into manga, anime, and Japanese video games. That's one of the reasons why, I believe that a lot of these American companies think they can go into Japan and just, slowly but surely take over. They'll give the Japanese money. We'll invest into Capcom. You can make your video game. You need some money. You need some money. Here, we're gonna give you some money. You create your video games and your anime, and then you give us a cut out of that. Give us a cut, right? Little do they know that in a couple of more years, you know, BlackRock is gonna start taking a bigger cut, and they're gonna start demanding more. That's how that's how it usually starts. That's how it starts. They ask you, right? They'll give you money for your project, and then little by little, they'll start, you know, demanding that you do more. Like, hey, can you add some diverse characters into your manga and your video games? Can you add more of those, please? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and so that's one thing. That's one of the reasons why they're trying to ban anime. Another reason why anime is they're banning anime in America is because of the anime girls. Yeah, you've seen the hate on anime girls. You've seen how they program certain groups of people to dislike certain characteristics in females. Look, anime girls are one of the most feminine characters in entertainment, right? Femininity is still strong. It's still fairly strong in Japan and in Asian countries, for the most part. While things like feminism is absolutely destroying culture here in the West, you can argue with me on that. I don't care. In Japan, it's still strong. In Japan, you know, girls still believe that, you know, it's cool to be feminine. It's cool to be, you know, submissive. It's cool to be all those things, right? And what the Western agenda, right? We've seen it. The Western agenda. They do not want you to enjoy feminine women, and boys get that from anime. That's one of the reasons why anime is so popular. One of the reasons why anime is so popular. Look, what do you think? What do you think? It took a long time. It took a long time for, let's say, American comics, like, you know, the superhero comics. It took that a long time for it to be popular with girls. But anime, from the very beginning, it was actually very popular with the girls. When Sailor Moon was on Cartoon Network, when I was in middle school, you know, that was one of the ways that I could approach girls. Like, hey, do you like Sailor Moon? Right? That was one of the ways. That was one of the ways. So anime has always been popular with girls, you know. And you go to anime conventions, it's full of both. The gender balance is very equal in anime conventions. And again, the reason why boys like it is because they get the, you know, they love seeing that feminine energy around. You know, the female submitting to the man is something that is traditional, something that is embedded into you know, the male instinct. And in the female instinct too. But the elites, they don't want that. They don't want traditional things. They don't want the female submitting to the man because that is too traditional. It is something that God created, and they don't want you to practice that. Why do you think in Hollywood? What do you think in Hollywood? They always take one of the female characters and they masculinize her. Like, let's say we got Thor, right? We got Thor, but we gotta, you know, they gotta make a female Thor, right? They'll take a character, and they'll make her very masculine. We see it in the movies all the time, right? We see it in movies all the time, and this is one of the reasons. One of the reasons why there's such an attack on anime, because, you know, the people up there, you know who I'm talking about, the rulers, you know, they're trying to program the population. And they don't want you to, you know, to experience feminine women. They don't want you to do that, because then that means you're gonna be a happy man. They don't want you to be that way. And I know it sounds crazy, sounds like a conspiracy theory, but take a look at American entertainment. Take a look at our video games. We are inundated with this crap. It's all part of the feminist agenda too. So why is America banning anime? This is just another part of the reason. If you guys want to learn more about this, my friend MK Mobile Gaming in the Philippines, you can go to his channel. I'll put a link in the description. You can go to his channel, check him out. He talks a lot about this all the time, right? He's the one that kind of like teaches me about this stuff. So you can go check out his YouTube channel. But yeah. That's why why America is banning anime, and also Europe. I mean, I know that I talk about America on this video, but also Europe. That's why that guy, that guy from Scotland or Ireland, he got caught in the airport. Got caught in the airport by the national, was it the national security? The National Guard or something like that? Like, they literally sent a military force to catch this guy. And if you see how this guy look, he's just a nerdy looking dude, probably cannot lift, 30 pounds with one arm. Probably, just an innocent dude, just trying to have fun at it with his anime, going to his anime convention, and they sent the freaking military after this guy. They are serious. That's why this is happening. That's why they make such a big deal out of it. That's why I think in the future, one of the things that's going to happen in the future, I think that, how Trump is sending ICE? Trump is sending ICE to people's houses, to raid people's houses, checking for immigrants. In the future, we're going to see a military going into your house if they find out that you were watching a certain type of anime. Right? They're going to go into your house. They're going to be like, hey, you've been watching these sexy anime girls. No, you can't do that, Buster. You're getting arrested. I see that happening. I see it happening for real. But anyways, whatever your thoughts are, make sure to comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Everybody's your boy in the Matrix. Godspeed.